What's going on, folks? Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and I wanted to just talk quickly about the Book of Many Things, the Deck of Many Things, the book we were supposed to receive at the end of last year that, if you're unfamiliar with, is a book called The Book of Many Things, but it comes as a bundle called The Deck of Many Things, which includes that book we just mentioned, an actual deck of 66 tarot-sized cards to represent the original Deck of Many Things, as well as a 44-card expansion, and then a sort of guidebook to tell you how to use the cards. Now, the main thing that we saw, and it's been a very interesting turn of events, and we've also seen not a lot of feedback currently. So here's what's going on with that. We had heard and seen from a variety of news outlets and a couple of YouTube channels that got access to early versions of this, saw that when you looked in them and looked at the cards, they suffered from all kinds of issues, cut different thicknesses, everything was all off. Basically, the quality control was not there. So Wizards of the Coast said, that's on us, that's our bad. I still don't buy the bullshit line of we've never made cards for D&D before, so it's really hard to get them right. Now, I'll be honest, we haven't seen them make tarot cards before, but you literally are the same company who produces Magic cards, so not being able to print cards, that just doesn't sit right with me. But anyway, that being said, we were told that it was going to be delayed. For a while, we didn't know when, and then we got the official determination that early 2024, they were going to basically take a month, maybe two, fix the issue, the cards being the primary issue. The book and everything else was good to go, and then you'd reissue those in the new year. Everybody who bought them would get the updated thing, and that would be that. Also, as a reminder, you cannot buy this book as a standalone in the physical form, right? You can get it currently on places, I think, like D&D Beyond and other places where you can get digital books. You can still get that book in its digital form, but when you go to buy the physical product, it is a $100 bundle that comes with the cards and the book. It's not like you can buy the book separately or the cards separately, at least as far as we know right now. Now, several other of my content creator friends were reached out to by Wizards of the Coast, and they basically said, hey, we're looking to send out the copies of the Book of Many Things to everybody for review purposes. Are you interested? Myself, and again, several of my content creator friends said, yes, we'd love to receive that. And basically we said, we got the, okay, sure, we'll get it out to you soon, and then nothing. Now, I assumed that we were still going to receive our versions of them in a relatively quick time frame, meaning that we were going to get the ones with the sort of jacked up cards, but maybe with a piece of paper slipped in the box that says, hey, just as a reminder, we're taking the time to adjust and fix this issue. So consider that when you review it, right? Because if I also make a review and so many other people make a review and we just shit on the cards because it's an issue, but Wizards of the Coast has come out to say, hey, we're going to fix that, it's going to color the interpretation and the image of that one way or the other. But we never got an email or anything back from the creator team saying, hey, you're going to... we're going to send them to you, or even, hey, we're going to delay sending them to you because we're going to get you the updated version with the fixed cards. None of that happened. Now, if you were to go to Amazon right now, it's not even purchasable. It's not listed as pre-order, nothing. There is no way to buy it via Amazon. It also has 2-star rating because people have actually started to, and I'll show you a couple of other pictures, people have started to receive their versions. The people who pre-ordered it on Amazon or bought it before they pulled it down have started to get them in the mail, even though it's not currently purchasable here. Those people who purchased them already have started to receive them. I know because people in my Discord actually sent me some pictures of what they got. But let's check out what happened with the Amazon reviews. Okay. So this person here, first we have, got mine today. This was the 8th, so this was yesterday. Pretty sure I got one of the defective products that resulted in the delay. Bent, bad edges, not flat. Friend of mine got theirs today and the cards came plastic wrapped, flat and aligned. Feels bad to open a product and return it, but for $110, I'd expect a flat deck at the very least. And you can see here again, warped and bent cards. And that was actually part of what WotC cited as the issue. They were trying to get away from like cellophane plastic wrapped cards because it's bad for the environment. So they went with these sort of paper bands. But what they told us originally, at least part of the issue, was the cards being bent, was that the paper bands they put on the cards were so tight that it forced, either bent them long ways or short ways. But according to this person here on Amazon, their friend got theirs and the cards came plastic wrapped, flat, and aligned. That goes against what we had heard, is that they were changing to this more environmentally friendly packaging, and that was the problem, as opposed to plastic wrap. However, maybe they've decided to go back as a means to fix that issue. Let's see what else we have. On the 7th, item arrived damaged. Item was damaged on arrival. The storage box and cards were damaged. Disappointed in product quality for the price. Hard to say whether that was actually Amazon's delivery or that was the cards. But then we have expected better, but I guess usable. The deck was the 99%. Was 99% the reason I bought the Book of Many Things, and they came warped to hell. The tape also damaged the card edges. Expected more from a card-making company, as we talked about earlier. This book looks good at first glance, feels thin compared to campaign modules, but that's hardly a complaint. All right, that's a pretty reasonable 3-star review here. Look at the warp on that card. Then you can see again, here's some more damaged edges on the cards. And again, here we see the paper band issue. Now, these are pictures here that I received from one of my Discord members. As you can see, here are 3 separate packs. We can see that, again, the bands aren't overly tight, but also look at the warping in these cards. I mean, that is pretty bad. All right. If we go to the next picture, we have, here's the top down. You can see all of the sort of scraped and scuffed edges of the cards. Here is, again, showcasing the look at that warp. And then lastly, just the cutting issues too, right? This is not like a damaged edge from slamming up against the side of a box. Look at this, is extra material. This is issues with the actual cutting of the card itself out. So again, I just wanted to, I don't have one in hand to show you. The second that I do receive one, if I ever do, I will gladly make a video and showcase how mine arrive. I'm also very curious. I will make a follow-up video. If you out there got a copy of the Deck of Many Things and yours came in perfect condition, I would like to see it, because obviously a lot of people are posting about their negatively impacted cards, which obviously the whole reason that this was delayed in its physical release was to fix the card issues. So if you have a version and like haven't opened it up already, but like took it out and took pictures of it and everything is in good working order, one, I'd love to see that. Apparently, again, take it with a grain of salt, an Amazon review said that one of their friends received them wrapped in plastic. If you happen to receive one wrapped in plastic, I'd love to see pictures of that. But also, I'd love to hear in the comments down below, just if you did receive it, where you ordered it from. Was it only from Amazon that you received it? Or did you possibly order it from a local game store? I'm wondering what the difference is of where people ordered it from. I guess you could have bought it through D&D's website as well. I'm curious who's received theirs and the quality in which it arrived. Obviously, nobody's talking about the book or anything, so it does still appear that the main issue that we're seeing is the cards themselves. So any more information anybody can provide to me that I can go ahead and make another follow-up video on, I would greatly appreciate it. If you have pictures of any of the things I've talked about or other things you'd like to show off, different issues with different kinds of damage or things with the cards, feel free to hit me up on a variety of social media, Discord, Twitter, whatever it is, and shoot me those images. And again, we can kind of compile them and make a follow-up video. Because listen, this is $100 book. It's one of the most iconic decks of cards in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. People have waited for something like this for a while. I'll be honest, I've talked about it in the past. I haven't really been thrilled with any release WotC's done since Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, except this one. This one I was very hyped for because the team behind it was obviously very passionate. We saw a bunch of people that I didn't recognize, newer folks working on it. It obviously had a lot of love thrown into the art of the cards themselves. And it was just a great dungeon master tool to answer a lot of the problems that could crop up with something like the Deck of Many Things. Now, obviously, if you're a dungeon master and you put the Deck of Many Things in your game, you're going to have to deal with something happening, whether it's going to derail your entire campaign or it's going to just, blow everything up or what have you. But it could do something like put somebody trapped in a void somewhere, or somebody's soul is trapped someplace else. And then you have to figure out what that situation is and how the party gets back. And this book did a great job of doing things like providing you multiple options to make that issue, if you decide to put it in your game, an option. It also gave you the option for a variety of different cards to basically develop a deck that could work better for a lower level party. If you wanted to introduce the Deck of Many Things, but not totally destroy the campaign, you could curate the deck that you're going to use to make it more suitable for lower level parties. And again, the lore and stuff behind this had me very, very hyped. And don't get me wrong, I am still hyped for the book itself and everything, but the cards are kind of a bummer, as that's like the physical aspect of this. And again, it's from a company that's known for doing millions of dollars worth of sales on cards that they print. So this is a real big bummer, and it's not how we wanted to kind of end 2023. Definitely not how we want to start 2024. And again, the fact that they took the time, which seemingly, right, got to give them credit for trying to do the right thing. Hey, let's take back the physical copies. We're not going to put them out. We're going to delay it. Yes, we know it sucks. We're sorry. We're going to fix this because we're not comfortable with the quality of product we're putting out. We want to do that. We want to make that better, make that right. And then we see these images and see these reviews where it doesn't really look like that much changed. The one thing I can say is when the original images we came out, the cards were different thicknesses or different widths. It does appear now, even with them being bent or damaged, that at least all the cards are the same width this time, which is again a step in the right direction, but ultimately it doesn't seem like they made it all the way there. So anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. See you all next time.